For decades, the common wisdom for motivation has been, well, pretty simple. The carrot and stick. Offer a reward, people work harder. Threaten a punishment, they try to avoid mistakes. It seems so obvious, right?
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
Very intuitive. But Daniel H. Pink's book, Drive, really flips that whole idea on its head.
Yeah, challenges it big time.
He fundamentally questions if that's what really drives us, especially for complex stuff.
And that's exactly what we want to dig into here, uncovering the surprising truth about what genuinely motivates you, and maybe how these ideas could change how you approach things, work, learning, life. Okay, let's get into it.
Right. So here's the kicker. Pink argues that those very incentives we often rely on, like bonuses, maybe good grades, performance targets, they can actually harm performance sometimes.
Harm performance? Really?
Yeah, especially when the task needs, creativity or real problem-solving, deep thinking. It's almost the opposite of the carrot and stick idea.
Wow. That is counterintuitive. It feels like it goes against, well, everything we're usually told. So are we saying rewards are always bad? Or is it specific situations?
That's the key point. For really routine mechanical jobs, sure, external rewards can work fine, get the job done faster, maybe.
Okay.
But for more complex, interesting tasks, relying only on those external carrots, it can sort of narrow your focus. You stop thinking about the challenge itself, the interest, and just focus on the reward.
So it dampens that internal spark, your own motivation.
Exactly. It diminishes what he calls intrinsic motivation, that powerful internal drive.
Okay, so if the old carrot and stick system isn't always the answer, especially for complex work, what does light that internal fire? Pink talks about 3 core drivers, right?
Yes, 3 powerful internal drivers. The first one is autonomy. It's our deep need to feel in control over our work, our time, how we do things.
Having some say in it.
Precisely. And it's amazing how engagement just skyrockets when people have that choice. Think about Google's famous 20% time.
Right, I've heard of that.
They let engineers use a chunk of their week on their own projects. That freedom. It led to things like Gmail, Google News. It just shows when you feel like the author of your work, it makes a huge difference.
Makes you wonder how much potential is untapped without that freedom. Okay, so autonomy is key. What's next?
The second driver is mastery. This is that innate desire we have to just get better at things that matter to us.
Improving, learning, growing skills.
Exactly. Think about a musician practicing for hours and hours. Often it's not just for the applause, right?
No, probably not.
It's for the sheer satisfaction of nailing a difficult piece, of mastering their craft. The motivation comes from the challenge itself, the process of getting better.
That really resonates, the journey of improvement itself. But what if you feel kind of stuck, or your job doesn't naturally lend itself to that feeling of mastery?
Well, Pink suggests it starts small, seeking out tasks that stress you just a bit, embracing that learning curve. And that actually ties into the third driver.
Purpose.
Okay. This is that fundamental human need to feel like what we're doing contributes to something bigger than just ourselves, making a difference.
Finding meaning in the work, yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
He uses the example of, say, a hospital janitor. One person might just see their job as cleaning floors, just a task.
Right. Necessary, but maybe not inspiring.
But another janitor might see themselves as actively helping patients heal by creating a clean, safe environment. That second person, their work has a deeper purpose.
And they'd likely be far more motivated.
Way more motivated. Their effort feels meaningful, like it matters on a deeper level.
So wrapping this up then, what does all this mean for you listening right now, for your motivation? Are you maybe too focused on the external rewards?
Yeah, the real takeaway here is if you want to be genuinely motivated or if you want to inspire that in others, try shifting the focus. Move away from just chasing rewards and towards creating value, finding meaning.
So give yourself or others more autonomy.
Yes. Give yourself autonomy where you can. Seek out challenges that stretch you, that's mastery. And always try to connect what you're doing to a purpose that actually genuinely excites you.
It really flips the script. The fuel for high performance isn't about dangling a carrot. It's about lighting that fire inside. So what fire are you going to light?
This video is presented by International Psychology Association. Follow us for more psychology updates.